Hello and welcome. In today's video, we are going to examine the real estate market trends for St. John's from this past month of August 2023. My goal is to provide you with an overall understanding of the market so that you can make informed decisions. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Jay Schwartz and I am the Iceberg Realtor right here in St. John's. If you're in the market to buy or sell a property and you're looking for some more personalized advice or information, then feel free to click the Calendly link in the description below and book a call with me and we can discuss your property needs. So in this video, I'm going to go over a number of measurable metrics that I've pulled from the MLS, how they correlate with one another and what they mean to you. We'll go over to each of them in detail, and then at the end, I'll give you a summary of how these figures affect buyer and seller behavior on the market, so you know exactly what to do right now in this market. So the first graph we're going to take a look at is the historic number of active listings versus the months of inventory. So in this graph, the columns represent the number of homes that are actively listed, and then the red line is the months of inventory. If we look at 2018 and 2019, we can see that the number of active listings is higher, as well as the red line, which is the months of inventory. So there's approximately 11 months of inventory available during those years. And as the years go on by and we come up to 2023, we can see there's a decrease and we're starting to plateau again. 5 to 6 months of inventory on average, month to month throughout 2022 and 2023. If you don't know what the months of inventory means, it's a crucial indicator for the market. It represents the amount of inventory that's on the market at the moment and how long it would take to sell all those properties. The important takeaway from that is that the current situation in 2023 is that it favors sellers. With less properties overall to choose from, buyers are having to compete with one another for the best properties, and sellers are able to get a good return on their sale. The next graph we're going to look at is the historic list price to sales price ratio. And this graph will further strengthen the theory that it is a seller's market right now. So what this ratio means in basic terms is, are sellers getting what they're asking for their properties? If we start by looking at 2018, we can see that sellers were getting about 96.5% of their asking price. And if we follow the dotted trend line all the way to 2023, you can see now it's about 100% asking price. And those are averages, but some properties are going for less and some properties are going for more. This next graph is a simple one. It's the historic sales price median. And we can see starting in 2019 that there's been a steady but gradual increase in price over the past 5 years. And that's further indication that the supply and demand of the market is affecting sales prices. Taking a look at the average price per square foot, we can see that it's basically along the same trend line as the historic sales price median. And it becomes obvious that we're paying more for our square footage, about $44 more per square foot over the last 5 years. Now we are going to look at one of the more complex charts that I've prepared for you. This is the historic days to sell versus list price range. Along the bottom, the columns are divided by their sales price range in $50,000 increments. And the taller the column, the more home sales in that price range there were. And the red line indicates the days to sell median for each individual price range. Now, when you take a look at this chart, you'll notice that I highlighted the $300,000 to $350,000 price range. This was the most active range for the month of August, just passed, with a total of 45 sales. And you will also notice that it also has one of the lowest median days to sell, along with some of the other price ranges like 200 to 250 and 400 to 450. With one anomaly being a faster seller, and that is the $800,000 to $900,000 range, because there was only one sale in that price range, and it just happened to sell in 12 days. But if you look to the extreme ends, in most cases, the extreme lows and the extreme highs take much longer to sell than the average prices that most home buyers are looking for. So what are the takeaways from this? Well, if you're a seller and you're selling in the 200 to 450 price range, you can expect a pretty quick sale. If you're a buyer, you can expect some pretty steep competition in those price ranges as well. You'll experience bidding wars over and over again. What's happening is buyers are going out, they're losing multiple bids on multiple houses, they're getting frustrated, and by the fifth, sixth, seventh, or eighth bid that they're in, they're saying, screw it, and I'm going to throw way over asking, and then they in turn win out over all the other bidders, and those bidders are kind of at the beginning of that process, and it continues and continues. So it's a bit frustrating right now if you're a buyer, but stay persistent and keep looking for that home that is going to keep you, possibly your family, sheltered and safe and out of the rental market, which is a place you do not want to be. Another strong indicator that we're in a seller's market is the historic days to sell median overall. And if we look in 2018, it took about 54 days to sell the average property. And in 2023, we're down to 32. 2022 was the all-time low as of now. We'll see what the future brings. Here's another important chart that I've put together with information from the Bank of Canada. It shows all of the Bank of Canada's most recent announcements, as well as the resulting rate and the percentage change. Beginning of this chart at September 22nd, the interest rate was 3.25%, and that was the result of a 0.75 rate increase. And if we keep looking forward in time, we can see that they continue to raise the interest rate as they battle inflation. The rate increase could be anywhere from 0 to 0.75. And we can take note that every third announcement, it appears as though they don't make any rate change at all. So it's possible this upcoming rate change on September 6th, we may see no change at all if they continue with this trend. And then the next rate announcement will be in October. And I would expect to see an increase again because the Bank of Canada is still fighting this inflation. And these interest rate changes, they affect all homeowners eventually. Whether you're renewing your mortgage or you're getting your first mortgage for your first home, it's only getting more and more expensive. If you're looking to purchase a home in the near future, you're best to get pre-approved and locked in for a rate sooner than later. So now I'm going to sum it up for buyers. Basically, this is a very competitive market for buyers overall. You need to be very conscious of your budget and how it can change over time. It's in your benefit to get pre-approved earlier than later, which will also come to the next point, which is you need to be a fast decision maker. Which brings me to my next point, which is that you need to be a fast decision maker, because when you find the property you're looking for, you need to be able to act on it quickly. Which brings me to my next point, which is that you need to be a fast decision maker. You cannot hesitate when you find the right property. You cannot hesitate when you find the right property. You need to be able to put in a competitive offer immediately. And you can do that with the confidence knowing that you've been pre-approved. And now for sellers, there's been no better time than right now. If you do the whole process correctly, you can really benefit from it. Make sure you prepare your home well. Any money that you invest into your home to make it more presentable or more functional is going to come back to you in your sale. It's going to create more demand for your property and create a higher pressure bidding situation, which is only going to drive the price up. Along with that, if it looks good and it presents well, then realtors like myself can market it well, which goes a long way to getting more eyeballs on your property. Within just the first day of listing right now, you will know if your property is going to sell for what you want or not. You're going to know if there's a lot of demand for your home because you're going to be booked up for viewings the whole day and probably well into the next few days. And with that, that completes my market report for this month for St. John's. If you found it informative or helpful, please like, share, or follow. It really helps me grow my business. And my name is Jay Schwartz, and I am the Iceberg Realtor. Have a great day.